don't mind using a Gelli plate that's a little bit grungy, but what I don't want to use is one that looks like that. So, how am I going to get rid of all this stuck on paper and paint? Well, if you want to stick around, I'll try and show you how I unstick this. It may or may not work, but carry on watching and all will be revealed. And hopefully it will be the Gelli plate. So this build up here is from a recent Gelli plate experiment I was doing, and there's paint underneath there and paper stuck on top, and as you can see it's very difficult to get off. I've tried soaking it in some water in the sink, but it's still not coming off. I don't want to scrub it, so I've got a variety of things that I can use. I've got some baby wipes, I've got some hand gel sanitizer, I've got some mineral oil, or you could use baby oil. I have some packing tape and some masking tape as well. So hopefully with the variety of these I will try and get rid of this absolute mess. So let's get going and see what happens next. I think I'll start off with the baby wipe and see if this will move anything. A little bit coming off. But not a whole lot. So that's not going to be, oops, I can get a little bit off there. So that one is working a tiny bit. Do you have problems like this? Let's try this. This is some parcel tape, we call it here. That's not working as well as I hoped it would. So here's my thought for the day. If you get a big build-up of paper and paint on your Gelli plate, clean it off before it dries, because you have a heck of a problem trying to get it off. I've tried putting white paint on, some titanium white, and lifting it off, and all that did was stick the paper down even more. So let's try some. This is hand gel sanitizer. Let's try that. Ah, now then, we seem to be getting somewhere. Hurrah! Ta-da! Trying to rub gently but powerfully at the same time. Definitely, definitely. Something's happening. Woohoo! This should say contains 6% alcohol, quick action without rinsing, dermatologically tested, hand gel sanitizer, good for killing germs and getting paint off your Gelli plate. Right, I'll just give this a little bit of a clean up and let's see where we are up to. So I'm just giving it a wipe over with the baby wipe. This is a little bit more successful than it was initially. I really don't mind the grungy, crusty Gelli plate, but the way I left that last time I used it has been a bit of a problem for me. Not being able to clean it up properly. My husband had a very, very serious road traffic accident. Somebody in a what we call a camper van knocked him off his bike and left him in the middle of the road with a fractured pelvis. So consequently I've not been able to do very much over the last few weeks, and hence this Gelli plate has sat there waiting to be cleaned for a good few weeks now. But this is getting cleaned up and I'm very happy to say my husband is making a slow but nonetheless good recovery. Yeah, if you're driving and you're driving past cyclists, please leave them plenty of room. You don't want to leave them in the middle of the road with a fractured pelvis. Anyway, that's looking okay. Just give this a wipe over with a nice dry cloth. That's looking pretty good. I think what I'll do is put a little bit of, this is mineral oil, just to condition it again, because it has been mistreated for the last few weeks. This has got a lovely orange smell, so that's very pleasant. There's little bits around the edge here, but I'm really not bothered about that. And the good thing about a Gelli plate is that you can use both sides. So that's a bonus. Wow, look at that. Those of you that are very observant will notice that there's grungy bits on the other side, but I like that. It's not right in the middle. So let me just get rid of all these little flecks of paint, and then I'll turn it over and we can have a look at that, see if we're going to do anything with it. So folks, here's the nicely cleaned Gelli plate. Just a few flecks of paint around the edge, but I don't mind that. We have this other side that has got lots of grungy bits, which again I'm not that bothered about because this will lift up. It's nice and, can you see it's nice and crusty? I can sort of pull bits off should I want to. This might be more successful with the parcel tape. I'm sorry about all the strange noises. Maybe have to rub a little bit harder. If this comes off, great. If it doesn't, great. Yeah. I can keep on going, but quite frankly, I like these grungy bits, so I think for the most part these can stay. She said continuing to pick off the grungy bits. So I've got one really nice clean side and one slightly grungy side. Whoops. Ta-da! So there we have it, a much cleaner Gelli plate. So if you've ever wondered how you can clean your Gelli plate if it's in the same state that mine was, that's how I've done it. You might have lots of other ideas, but there it is. So now it's ready to go. John's healing really nicely. So what am I going to do with my nice clean Gelli plate? Well, that'll be the next video. So I hope you'll join me then, and I'll keep on making some videos showing you what I do with my Gelli plate, and hopefully not leaving it in a disgusting state that I left it in last time. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Bye bye.